All right, I know this is probably not going to be a widely popular video, but I thought I would just do a quick video on this and share it nonetheless, just in case it helps somebody out. But if you've got a Cub Cadet or a Snapper, or there's several other models, I'll try to list those here. If you've got a mower that does not have a suspension seat, and you've looked into upgrading that seat to a suspension seat, you know that to do that after the fact is extremely expensive. In fact, I think it was probably about an $800 differential for me to go from this. This is the ZTXS5 Cub Cadet with the steering wheel. Now I could have gone to the ZTXS6 for like another 800 bucks and I would have had the suspension seat. But now that I have the 5 and I realize I really did want the suspension seat, the dealer wants like 1,200 bucks to retrofit that thing. And that's like a whole new seat with the suspension mechanism and all that. And I don't need all that. I just want the suspension part, not the whole seat. And so I came across this product on eBay. We're going to find out if this works. It claims to be compatible, and it is for about 180 bucks. It's got the suspension mechanism. So it comes with some generic instructions. I think this is just one page. It's really not brand specific. So it's designed to fit several brands, as I said. So we're going to find out if we can upgrade this thing for literally a fraction of what the dealer wanted in order to get this thing outfitted with a suspension seat. So let's see if it works. All right, I've got the seat off and I've got it laid down here on a piece of foam to keep it from getting scratched up. But I think what we need to do is take these kind of U-brackets off here on either side. And then there are these slide rails. And the slide rails are going to be bolted directly to the seat plate. And then the suspension seat will be then bolted to the bottom of the seat and then onto these rails. So these will go away. All right, I thought I ran into a snag, but apparently not. So the actual slide rails, these guys here, you keep those, right? And then you get rid of these U-channel brackets that aren't really going to be needed, apparently. So I thought that I had a problem because these bolts don't actually quite line up. And I thought I was going to have to drill another hole to make this line up. But as it turns out, these holes here actually do, if I can keep from losing this whole thing, these holes actually do line up. So if you kind of check that out, these line up just fine. So really all I have to do is bolt this down to here, and then this one down to here. And then this will fit easily right into the base plate of the seat mount on the mower. And then I'll attach the seat to the top, and we should be in good shape. All right, I've got the suspension base on the rails bolted to the seat base on the mower. Now the only little caveat we had here was that the slide adjustment has to go to the outside. And that may interfere a little bit with this the further forward you slide it. So you do get a little bit of sliding, but then you can't really push it all the way into its furthest motion. But for me, that's not gonna be a problem because I generally keep it all the way back anyway, or at least part way back. So I just don't have quite as much slide ability, which might be something you want to be concerned about if you were somebody, say, under 5'6" or something like that. I'm 5'10", and I usually keep it mostly all the way back. So it's usually in this position anyway. So now all I got to do is bolt the seat to this top plate, and we should be good to go. All right. I still need to tighten some bolts on the seat itself to make sure that's secure. And I take back what I said about being short. Actually, the seat is further forward, about 1.5 inches, I would say, than where I normally would keep it. And I don't think I can push it back any further. And I'm not sure if this is an installation thing, but I definitely can feel the difference. I can feel that suspension working, and you can tighten the spring and loosen it depending on how much you weigh. And I'm gonna have to dial that in kind of as I experiment, as I get out there on that bumpy lawn. But we're moving into winter, so unless I need to mulch some leaves, there won't be a lot of opportunity, but I will get it out and do a test drive once I get the bolts tightened and have another look at it and make sure there's no way for me to maybe push this back just a little bit. Because as it is, it's fine, but I think I would prefer it if it were back just another 1.5 inches. Personal preference. So All right, yeah, I'll report back. All right, now I finally did get this thing out for the first couple of mowing sessions this season since putting that seat suspension on there. And I can say it makes a fantastic difference. It makes a huge difference on this bumpy lawn. So I think it was a definitely worthwhile investment in this piece of hardware. Now, ironically for me, I actually just got the Yarbo robotic mowing system and used the snowblower attachment over the winter, and now I've got the mower working in the front yard, but it is capable of handling my entire 6 acres. And so I may not be using this all that much. Now that's obviously a first world problem. If you're interested in checking that video out, I'll put a link to that in the description below. Anyway, if you've got one of these compatible zero turn riding mowers and you want to upgrade the seat suspension, this eBay product actually is very good, and I think it'll work great for you. So I'll put the link again in the description below. I'm not commissioned on this in any way. I bought this with my own money, as I said. So not a sponsored video, but something that I think that I can wholeheartedly endorse if that's something you're looking to do. If you found anything useful or helpful in the video, give me a thumbs up. I'd very much appreciate that. Thanks for joining me. I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, have fun out there.